umoja, 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 umoja. Oh, umoja sote, umoja, 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 umoja.
Every year on February 18th, social activists in Kenya mark the day when Dedan Kimathi, the leader of the Kenya Freedom and Land Army, also known as Mau Mau, was hanged by the British colonial government in 1957.
But people always ask us, then you activists, what are you doing? You've been talking one or 2 years, 3 years, 5, 10 years of Kimathi. One thing that inspires us is that the spirit that is with us, it doesn't end and doesn't subside.
Known as Kimathi Day, this year's commemoration was held at the Kenya National Theatre in solidarity with the women's struggle in the Western Sahara, a region that was initially occupied by Spain.
We are here today to pay homage to Dedan Kimathi and also to Western Sahara.
In Western Sahara, women are very integrated into the governing structure of the governing structure of Western Sahara. There's a very high literacy rate for women. Women are very integrated into all decision making. And I learned a lot from the women of Western Sahara about how to be an activist and how to be engaged and involved.
Western Sahara, Kenya March, Kenya Mashinani, Kenya Kawangware, Kenya in Nairobi, Western Sahara, March, March.
A number of participants also discussed the current Kenyan social and political scenario in relation to the Mau Mau struggle, which enjoyed worldwide support as it forced the colonialists to pay attention to Kenyan demands.
So the political leadership in this country is misleading us. And the political establishment is purely for themselves. They are stealing and looting, enrichment of friends. You've seen big infrastructural roads coming here. As an engineer, I know what goes in there. 30 billion on a road sector. When 30 billion goes into a road, their families get richer overnight. They are investing a lot of money on airport infrastructure when they can't feed their own people.
We have left some few people. Others have gone into small political parties which are tribal. Others have been swallowed in the NGO work, the way you have done, many of us. We have left our struggles to a very small group of people, and we have not been able to unite our forces to rebuild this country.
There is what is the simple commerce, the common people. That is a spirit that never dies. And that is a spirit that went to Freedom Corner. That is a spirit that was hijacked to create NGOs. And that is a spirit that has put the dispensation of our governance and our life today. A system that has betrayed us.
The problems are still the same. So do not blame me if when I speak you do feel weak. I did not create it. I came into this world with neither guns or knives. I made no laws with all its flaws about the rich and the poor. I speak, I sing, I recite what I see of men old and women in slavery.
Can we have solidarity with each other? The way today we are having solidarity with the Sahrawi women, it is wrong for the Western Sahara to have this flag, and yet they do not have freedom.
Although Spain withdrew from the region in 1976 due to mounting pressure for independence, Sahrawi aspirations for an independent state were however thwarted when neighboring Morocco and Mauritania claimed the right to divide the territory between them. Led by the Polisario Front, a movement founded by Sahrawi nationalists in 1973, resistance was mounted, and as a result, Mauritania relinquished its claim, but Morocco did not.
So this day is very important for Western Sahara, for the Polisario United Front. which is still struggling against Morocco and the Spanish Empire. Today is a very important day. That in Africa we still have a colony called Western Sahara by Morocco and other imperial forces. It's a very important day that Kimathi has inspired African Liberation Movement, na Polisario United Front, which is a liberation movement to liberate Western Sahara, is still struggling. And as Kimathi had a headquarter in Nyandaro Forest, also Western Sahara, Polisario United Front, it has its own headquarter in a refugee camp.
We have a global question of where we locate our justice, and it's because our justice is threatened. Therefore, my experience in the struggle, the Kenyan struggle, the African struggle, and the global struggle has located now that the question is not democracy, the question is not freedom, the question is not what and what I can put it. The question is, where do we locate the question of our lives? Because we are all equally threatened from wherever we are. And who is our enemy? And when we know our enemy, what do we do? How do we organize?
Just like the Mau Mau, the Polisario Front is still fighting for identity and land that belongs to the indigenous Sahrawi people. The struggle has forced almost half of the population into refugee camps, where women participation in developing new ways of organizing their society for survival has helped in keeping up with the resistance.
Leadership of Western Sahara, of course, they have been in solidarity with Algeria here. In the last time, they made it very clear that they have all options on the table. There was a ceasefire. But if the ceasefire is not working, we return to war.
Although a ceasefire between the Polisario Front and Morocco, monitored by the United Nations, was declared in September 1991, the promise of a referendum has stalled due to disagreements on voter rights, and the Polisario Front has repeatedly threatened to resume hostilities.
Invite you all to join first Kenya Western Sahara Friendship Society. We intensify our online activity and then organize a political action that directly facing the Morocco Empire here in Kenya.
The Kenyan solidarity is crucial at a time when Morocco continues to violate human rights and occupy Western Sahara.
Polisario we, si wanajaribu, si watashinda anga. Western Sahara we, si wameamua, na tunashinda anga. Yeah. Bildad Kagia we, aliamua, tukashinda anga.